Hey, what's up? It's been absolutely ages, sorry. But yeah, I'm back today. Let's give this a go. Oh, what's this flag? I feel like is it the Bosnia and it is, yeah, Bosnia and I don't even know how to pronounce it. Okay, cool. Let's play E4. Yeah, see what they want to do. They might be having connection problems. It looks like we've only got a member offline. Okay, we might be aborting this one. Let's see if they. Oh no, they might be back. Let's see. Yeah, sorry it's been so long. Yeah, I don't know. I just haven't quite been feeling it chest wise, I guess. Yeah, and but yeah, feeling a bit sharper today. Yeah, so I thought, why not? Let's try a video. Um, cool. Should we try? Should we try something a bit kind of wild? Let's. Well, I've said it now. So okay, let's try the King's Gambit. This is like um, you don't see this very often at the top level. Grandmasters don't really go for this. I guess it's yeah, it's not great for white for some reason, but yeah, the idea is what's the idea? Um, to sort of lure this pawn away from the center, and you get the nice pawn center, and you're going for quick development. Maybe this bishop will be able to capture this pawn, and yeah, there's some nice ideas, but it does just weaken the king's side a little bit. So it's not quite as sort of reputable as the Queen's Gambit. You see the Queen's Gambit very very often at the top level, but the King's Gambit not so much because you don't. In general, it's not a great principle to weaken the king's side. Where your king is. I think bishop c5 is probably a bit of a mistake from black, allowing me d4 with tempo. That's very nice, and now I can actually just recapture this pawn as well. And I think I've got a really good position. Yeah, it's no longer a gambit. I've got my pawn back, and I've got this nice center. Got some pieces out, so I'm pretty happy at the moment. Let's see. So, how do I want to set up my pieces here? Knight c3. I suppose so. Sometimes you want your pawn on c3 and just kind of solidifying this pawn. But we'll play knight c3. If I keep this pawn back here, then maybe I can castle queenside, which is yeah, looks fairly appealing. I kind of like the look of bishop c4. Let's do that. It kind of stops d5 for now, which I would like to prevent. Okay, cool. Knight g6. Yeah, attacking my bishop. I think let's drop it back here, unless I want to go here, or even here. I think there's advantages to going both ways, really. Or I can go here. Yeah, and this pawn can't actually block because it's pinned for now. So this would actually kind of force queen e8, which I quite like the look of, actually. Let's do that. And maybe I will just actually castle kingside, because it gets my rook straight on the open file, and it's just a very quick way to develop. But on the other hand, h4, h5 looks pretty nice as well. And in that case, I might want to go queenside. Where do I want my queen? Maybe I'll put it here. I just want to anticipate, what moves are coming up for black. So they're going to want to play moves like d6, knight c6. I have knight d5 as an option as well, if I want it. I think for now I'll just start with this. The queen's opposite the king, and yeah, a lot of the times if I can play these moves, it can kind of put a lot of pressure on this, and the pawn will be pinned. You know, it can't take anything. But this pawn's pinned for now by the bishop, and this pawn, this square is well protected by my knight and my bishop as well. So I think we'll go here, and go queenside. I think I need to play a bit quicker. For sure. Okay, so c6. They really want to play d5. If I castle, then they can't play d5. I've got enough protection on that. I could play e5 right now. Now e5, because then they can play d5, and I wouldn't be able to en passant because it's because the pawn would be pinned. So I like castling. Let's castle. But maybe now I'll think about e5, because if ever they play d5, then we can take en passant, and I've got ideas of bringing my knight into this kind of weak square, d6 square, which could be quite nice. But also h4, h5, that's great. Okay. Okay, let's see. I'm sure I've got a good position there. Let's see if I can sort of punish this in the right way. I think e5. Or shall I just go with h4? Even d5? Not sure about d5. I want these pieces to just be stuck sitting at home for as long as possible. And the good thing about e5, it stops this d pawn from moving at all, because I'll be able to take. So I kind of like the look at that. They were also maybe threatening bishop takes knight and then playing queen takes here, so I just wanted to avoid that as well. Okay, cool. So another big decision. Which way do I want to go with the bishop? I'm not sure. Again, there's kind of advantages to both. And the nice thing about this is, it maintains this pin. You know, this pawn won't be able to move. But this going this way as well and getting this knight to budge, and then maybe I can get an attack on h7 also looks pretty good. I think I'm actually going to go this way, because if I go this, I don't know, maybe I should have gone the other way, but if I go this way, I can see that maybe they can trade, and then they can just start pushing these pawns and try and harass this bishop. I'm not sure if I like the look of that. So if I ever play b4, then I'm happy to get my knight into e4. Okay, they take. Okay, I guess I'll take with the queen. Yeah, we don't want to double these pawns. Okay. Yeah, I think my opponent's played fairly sensibly in the last few moves, so they're attacking this pawn. I'm just going to move my king over and just defend it. Okay. And I think we just go now. Come on. Let's go with the h pawn. Okay. So maybe I can play h5 anyway. If I take the bishop, we take the knight. Could be good. And then we're getting a knight to g5. I kind of like the look of that. If they just move the knight, maybe. then maybe I can move the bishop after that. The knight's going to come to this square though, which is a bit annoying. I'm not sure what to do. I should make a move, that's for sure. Do I want to just retreat the bishop? No, let's play h5 because I like the line with the, you know, this trade. So they're going to move the knight and then I'll move the bishop. But yeah, that would have happened anyway, sort of thing. Okay, I like this though. Isn't this good? I got knight g5 and these pawns are terrible. Knight g5. Looking at this h7 square. The queen, and I guess they need to stay tied here. They could play queen g4 and attack for knight. Okay, that's what they go for. Is there any tactics? I feel like there could be some tactics. Bishop g6, queen g5. Yeah. No. Close. I've got no time. I'm really close to having a tactic, but bishop g6, queen g5, rook h8. I can't quite get it to work. Oh, I think I see it. Hang on. I see something. Bishop h7. Oh, I don't even take the knight. Ah, help. Ah, got no time. I was just kind of in a trance there. You know, the position's so. It's so winning. But it's just kind of interesting. I think I got it. Oh wow, we did it! Unbelievable. Crazy. That was a nail biter. I really. I shouldn't be waiting that long. You know, I should just play a move. Yeah, this will be an interesting one to analyze. Really interesting position there. I think that knight sacrifice was good. Well, let's see what the... Yeah, I think I played a pretty decent game. I didn't play the opening well, apparently. But I think that's just because the computer doesn't like the King's Gambit. So actually, it looks like I played a pretty decent game here, actually. I mean, yeah, I'm fairly happy with that. So let's see, d4, bishop f4, that's all good. Yeah, knight c3, I wasn't sure the best way to sort of... It likes a4, which makes sense. Yeah, just try to... because that threatens to trap the bishop. And yeah, just gaining a bit of space with tempo is often quite a good thing to do, I guess. But okay, knight c3 is fine. Yeah, bishop g5 is the right move. Happy with that. The computer likes h4. Yeah, I imagine this. You know, yeah, that makes sense. But no, queen d2 is great. Castle's long is the right move. Yeah, because I was talking about if e5, then they can just play d5, and we can't play en passant. And now this is well defended. So e5 no good. So castling long. They played bishop a5. It likes h4 again. Yeah, just get h4. I was worried about maybe taking this and then taking this, but apparently you can sacrifice the pawn, and we just got way too much activity here. Not a problem being down a pawn here. Yeah, we've got h5. The rook's coming to the middle. These pieces are just asleep on the queen side, so fine. But I think what did I do? Yeah, I played e5, just kind of blocking that idea of taking the knight and then taking the pawn, and that seems pretty good as well. Okay, the computer likes both bishop moves. Okay, so it wasn't a problem with either. Maybe it slightly prefers the other square actually. It is a nice diagonal this. So yeah, I was just kind of worried about takes, and then a5 exactly. This is what the computer's recommending. But apparently a3 and yeah, the computer recommends b4 still and try to open up this position, but they're just too behind in development really. So apparently it's still, but it makes the game a little bit more complicated, you know, this sort of line. Whereas I think what I did is just quite a simple way to play. I just played to d3. I took this. Apparently they should have played d5, but well, I don't know. I think it's pretty normal. King b1. Again, yeah, the computer's just ice cold. They still want h4, and if it takes here, h5, and it's just a check. There's no crazy attack or anything, and we've got all of our pieces working. And the thing is, if the knight moves somewhere, let's say, because the computer's actually recommending to just sacrifice the knight now, because if you move somewhere, then we're attacking the queen as well. Sorry, but even if we weren't attacking the queen, we can play h6, and black hasn't got a dark squared bishop, so we're just going to be crashing through on the dark squares. You know, if they take, you can imagine a bishop and a queen eventually, you know, and then we'll get mate on g7, and that's going to be really hard to stop. Okay. But yeah, we played h4 eventually. Okay, and the computer actually likes the bishop sacrifice here. I didn't really consider that. With queen d2. King 8, yeah, they need to defend this. And h5. And maybe when the knight moves, rook h3 or something. Rook df1. It's just, sacrificing a piece, but I mean, you're not really. These pieces are completely useless. And we've got all of our pieces, you know, we're getting, you know, stuff like, you know, whatever, just this king stands no chance in this position. Okay, so yeah, doesn't mind what I did though. And I spent ages on this next move. I 1 minute 50, 20 and went down to 20 seconds. You should never do that. You should absolutely never do that. I was just trying to figure out some lines. Yeah, let me I'll show you what I was thinking about. So this does happen to be the right move. We can sacrifice the knight. They played rook f2, which actually the computer thinks is, I mean, everything's losing, but it's like a reasonable effort, because so queen g5. Oh, that's a lot more simple. Playing queen b3. I considered queen h3, and the line I saw in the end, I think, was bishop h7. I know. Yeah, I thought that if they went this way, then it gives me a discovered check with the bishop. I thought I'd be able to find something there. I was looking at this one and then queen b3 or something. Oh no, that's terrible. I don't know. Alright, maybe I got a bit fluky that this was a brilliant move. But I mean, it's you know, my intuition kind of said that, yeah, there was something here. Yeah, so what was I going to do? Was I really going to play? I mean, I was going to lose on time, I think, but I got a bit lucky. But I think with time, I would have found one of the right ideas. I did consider queen h3 for sure. I thought they'd play queen h6. And now it wants to go back to queen b3. Very subtle. Oh, because it's a check and we're attacking the queen. Okay, that's it. Yeah. I think I was going to play queen b3. Hang on. Yeah, here. Hang on. I was going to play queen b3. Oh no, yes, it does quite like this. What was the line that it didn't like? Oh no, I was going to play bishop h7 and then queen b3, and that's the one it doesn't like at all. Yeah, so I needed to keep my bishop on this square. Maybe I was going I can't honestly remember exactly what I was thinking. Maybe I was thinking about queen b3 first, but yeah, because I think maybe I was, yeah. Because this is it's basically mate, isn't it? They have to play d5, and we take en passant, and then they play queen d5. I probably would have lost on time actually. I don't know, but thankfully they played rook f2, and then queen b3, and this is a mate in 2. I mean, I was ready to lose the game. I was just kind of thinking about what the best line was, because I want, you know, obviously I want to find the best moves for the video and stuff. But I guess I did get a bit lucky to actually come away with the win, come away with the points there. Because, but yeah, it's interesting. Is that everything? Yeah, I think so. All right. Yeah, interesting one. Fluky as ever, but hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, and hopefully I should have that would have been a good time to pause the video after bishop g6 and sort of think about that kind of position for yourself and look at the sort of the different variations, because that's where chess can be quite interesting, you know, these little subtleties with the move order and getting the right sort of combinations of moves and things like that. But cool. Alrighty, I'll leave it there. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.